Hi there, this is Andreas of XpressPads Finger Drumming, and today I'm going to review Big Bang Universal Drums by SONiVOX, which is a virtual drum module that comes with the all-new AKAI MPD218. What I really like about this virtual drum module is the size of it. So it has 8 different virtual drum kits included, and the library is about 14 gigabytes big, and that alone is an indication of the quality of the samples, because it means that you have multiple velocity layers that have been sampled, and they have been sampled in round robin in order to make these acoustic drums sound as realistic as possible. And I think they really have done a good job here, and this virtual drum kit doesn't really have to hide behind the big players in the market like Easy Drummer, Addictive Drums, Abbey Road Drummer and the likes. However, there are a couple of things that I find a bit odd, and I will touch these also. But first of all, I would really like to speak about the good things here. So first of all, I really like the MIDI learn function. That means you can just, when you enable that, you can click a kit piece, then hit a pad, click the next kit piece, hit a pad, and so on. And then you uncheck it, and there's your preset. That's really quick, and that's really good. Also, what I like a lot is the intelligent rhythm control. That's a feature that can be compared to auto quantization that you can use when you record your MIDI data in a host software, but in this case it's not on a global level, it's on a kit piece level. That means you can, for example, use the snare drum here or select it, then say it should only record half notes, and then this is what happens. So you can imagine that when you play a groove and your timing isn't really good because you're just beginning to learn finger drumming, and you get frustrated with your timing issues, then you can use this as a little helper to keep you on track, and so that's definitely not a bad thing. The preset management is tag-based, which means that you have 3 main areas where you can choose a tag. For example, I would like to have a metal kit with a maple trash kick and a cherry rock snare. Then this is the preset I can go with. But if you don't use these tags, you are pretty overwhelmed by the number of presets that you see here. And I personally don't think that this is really helpful, especially when you save your own presets, because then they are just lost between these other pieces here, right? And even if you use a separate folder for your presets, later on they will be displayed in this way, which I don't think is ideal. Okay, but that's not really a bad thing, right? So it's just about workflow. What I also like about the MIDI learn function, just to go a step back, is that you can save that MIDI mapping. And you can either save it as one of many, or you can save it as the default MIDI mapping, which means that next time you open that plugin, it will load with the MIDI setting that you saved as a default. What I also need to say about this plugin is that the presets take quite some time to load, especially if compared to others like Addictive Drums, which loads in a matter of seconds. This one here really, in my case, took up to half a minute or so, which is quite a lot, or even more than half a minute. But it could also be because of my hard drive, which is quite full, but I assume that it's not just my hard drive. Okay, let's come to this mixer section here. It's an overall mixer. It's pretty straightforward, just low, mid, high, and treble, so nothing sophisticated, but maybe it's also not needed, because this plugin comes in 2 versions. One is a multiple out version, which means that you can route the different kit pieces to, or kit groups to different tracks in your DAW and do the processing there. Or you just take the stereo plugin where you do all the mixing within the plugin and only take the stereo signal to do some final processing. But so here you have some overall equalizer functions. I don't know what you need the delay for, because it's the only effect that is actually in here. I never play with delay, and if so, I would probably use my DAW for that. Then you have some filtering options and some amp functions here, so you can apply some curves to your sounds, but you probably won't do that very often unless you are in experimental music. But this is an acoustic drum module, and I don't see too many reasons why I should use those. What is quite handy though is this little mixer where you can tweak the levels of your kick, snare, hi-hat, cymbals, toms, and the room. Furthermore, you have a note repeat function here, which is similar to the Machine or MPC or MPD, what you see over here on the device, where you can repeat notes by just holding a pad. But also this is something that I personally don't really need for finger drumming and also not for acoustic drums. And what I also would like to mention is that the mouse wheel doesn't work in this plugin, which I think is not that helpful, because usually if you have a fader, you want to drag and use the mouse wheel and do some fine tuning, pressing the shift key and so on, but this is not possible here. So that means if you have values that you want to change, you really need to be very careful with your mouse pointer. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, the couple of things that I mentioned, which I don't like that much, but overall I would still say 90% of the value of a virtual drum module is defined by its sound and by its playability, and both here are really good. So even if you think that it comes for free with these devices, there's really nothing to moan about, but I just wanted to be honest with my impressions here and share them. So I think you will make your own decisions on what is important and what is not to you when you use it, if you use it. If you use it and you want to play finger drumming on it, maybe you want to consider checking the XpressPads website. Maybe also check the links below in the video notes, because there you'll find some helpful information and some freebies, like for example the presets that I was just using here, and also for the AKAI MPD218. There are a couple of presets that I stored on the website. And yeah, if you like the video, please give it a like, and if you like to stay informed with finger drumming, then please subscribe, and see you soon. Bye bye.